Okay. Now, unless she has cabbages in here. Cabbages? No. Okay, let's come over here. Look in the baskets. And we'll give her... We'll give her some mead. Because I usually leave the wine for... Or the ale for Travis. Back at one of the houses. Pleasure doing business with you. For those who may be over at... Or over on...
Your ancestors wouldn't want this, son. I beg you, don't go into Silas's museum.
Why not?
Silas comes from one of the oldest families in Dawnstar. They have a complicated history.
For the most part, we just kind of wander around and try to relax. And if there is anybody over on Facebook, when we're done with this, another channel should be playing on our channel over here at twitch.tv/wolvesdengames.
It's misguided.
So if you'd like to come over and join us for some chat while that plays, you're more than welcome to. There will be a live streamed actual play D&D game run at a table.
Not a student of history, I see. It's for the best. They're a group that should be forgotten. The only thing you need to know is that they almost destroyed the world, and they were stopped a long time ago.
Okay, good to know.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is...
I'm sitting here trying to talk, and then they're sitting there going, no, we're going to talk instead. And I blanked on what I was saying.
Never mind that.
Oh yeah,
Medina is a good
if you are over on
reasons for opening this museum,
Facebook,
and I'm not changing my mind.
and would like to get a...
artifacts from the group that toppled an empire. Their importance to history cannot be forgotten. Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can...
Okay, before I click anything else, I'll go ahead and mention what I was going to say. Anyway, okay, so our channel over here on Twitch, twitch.tv/wolvesdengames, is also hosting Gary Con, which is running right now, and I don't blame you if you'd rather go over there and watch some D&D, but we should be done with this before one of their next games comes up, which will have Matthew Mercer and Matthew Colville and Deborah Ann Wool from Daredevil on Netflix, as well as TJ Storm, who was the voice for Colossus in the Deadpool movies, I think, pretty sure. So that should be really interesting, and their Dungeon Master is going to be the son of Gary Gygax himself. So,
all right then.
Feel free to join us for that.
Here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend. Yes, my collection of artifacts from a group that toppled an empire. Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can talk. I have a job you look perfect for.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk inside.
I don't trust him. But then I've also played this before, so...
Feel free to look
Inside
around.
check.
Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss that job I mentioned. The tapestries hung here and outside were found in hideouts.
Oh, gotta have the cabbages.
The cult's greatest accomplishment was the assassin.
Can you take a break for just a moment?
I can take a break in just a moment.
And the opening of the Oblivion Gates. Notice the insignia? An Oblivion Gate. A key
Yeah,
symbol of
I was gonna
Mehrunes
say,
Dagon,
isn't that the Oblivion
patron
symbol
Daedra of the Mythic Dawn.
over
The
here?
commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes were written by the Mythic Dawn cult leader, Mankar Camoran. He promised a paradise awaited his followers when they died, that they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side. That burned paper is all that remains of the fabled Mysterium Xarxes, the blasphemous book written by Mehrunes Dagon himself. It's said that Mankar Camoran used the book to open a portal to a paradise, where all his followers would live forever.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
Did you have any questions? A little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups
Okay, I'm gonna
popped up
talk to this guy
dedicated
for a minute
wiping out
real
the
quick.
remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in Skyrim. At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders, and the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them.
Uh-oh. We're a
I'll
Thane in
gladly pay you for
Morthal.
getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked.
Okay. Anyway, Miss Adika has just gotten home and apparently has something for me or some such. So we're going to take a short break real quick. I will be back as quick as I can. Say give me about 10 minutes at the most. I will try and make it even faster than that if I can. Anyway, thank you for joining us so far, and we will be back in just a few.
They've walked you through Horizon Zero Dawn, through The Last of Us, and through For Honor. This summer, one man, one horde, one motorcycle, many, many locations with an open world map, and one very large arsenal. When the dust settles at the end of the day, who will remain standing? Will it be Deacon St. John? Or those he stands against? Find out for yourself at twitch.tv/wildwolfgaming1. Stay wild, everyone. In the video game streaming system, the viewers are represented by two distinct groups: the gamers who provide walkthroughs and compete for wins, and the entertainers who provide nonsense and fun. These are the games of the Insomnia Squad. Doink Doink by Mike Post. Come to twitch.tv/awolvesdengames and click the follow button. That way you will be notified for further games by the Insomnia Squad.
Good luck finding the fragments.
Okay. Back now.
What is it?
I set
The
that
razor is
a little
Mehrunes
too
Dagon's
long.
personal artifact. It has always
But
heralded
thank you
bloody
for joining
change
us,
and
folks.
carnage. It's held many names. Dagger of the Final Wounds, Bane of the Righteous, the Kingslayer. The mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection.
I don't think I'd trust him with it.
I'll just be tending the museum if you need me.
I'll go get it, but not yet. Wait, I kind of have to, don't I, in order to deal with the nightmares. I think. Howdy, Ariana. Wait, we need to... We'll go with that one. My oldest son is a Leo, actually. Okay. Okay. This should get interesting. Oh, I should have been sneaking first. Okay. We're gonna go this way. No, I don't want to do that with that one. I don't want to torch it. I just want to... Where's Vince? There's Vince. Need to get back that way. So, I'm gonna rogue it and sneak around the back way. Only this isn't really the back way, is it? Uh-oh. Okay, I need to circle around completely. 'Cause... one, rogue's got a rogue, you know? And two... I don't know if I'm technically leveled enough.
Hi.
Miss Sadiqa's here. Cool. What did you think of the TES Legends? Is that the Elder Scrolls card game one that they've had? I'm not sure how that command works over on Facebook. As folks, Miss Adika is definitely still here.
I only streamed one time this week. They may have forgotten who I was.
Good point.
I'm unforgettable, but
I'll have to check it out. I think I had grabbed it on my Steam account, but I don't currently have it in the library. So I could give it a shot. I haven't... Miss Adika's more the Hearthstone player of out of the two of us. It's kind of funny because she only kind of partly paid attention to it. And then I had been listening to the Mana Pool, who at the time was just a bypassed everybody. At the time they were just a casual Magic podcast, and the host happened to play Hearthstone, and so he'd talk about it. So I started kind of playing a little bit, again, strictly casually. And when I'd mentioned it to Miss Adika, she started playing it rather regularly. And out of the two of us, I was one who introduced her to the Mana Pool. Out of the two of us, she was the one who has actually been featured on their stream more than once, actually. Heh. I'll take that. Don't need the embalming tools. Take the salt. What do you got, buddy? Take that, take those. Don't really need anything else. Ooh, I hadn't even seen this room. Probably should have paid it. No, yes I had. I'd already cleaned it out. Bethesda.net. I know that they'd also had it available through Steam. I'm kind of curious if it'll still, like, for example, if you wanted to play against me on a stream at some point, would it cross that platform? Ha! Didn't even take a hit. Woohoo! Just wanted to check everything before I... Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. First, eat all the food. Well, not all the food. So that is quite a bit of weight. I'll definitely take a look at it. There was another card game that they had over on Steam that I happen to have a copy of called Eternal. And Eternal's alright. I certainly enjoy the fact that you get more of a solo option. Compared to like the MTG arena has been a bit less solo and casual friendly, I guess would be the best way to put it. And that does kind of alter how I tend to look at a game. Cool. I will definitely take a look at it then. I know I'd been curious, but a lot of the card games kinda took me off of card games for a while. I know nowadays my absolute favorite card game to play is a game called Flux. And if you haven't played Flux, you should definitely check it out because it is a trip. It's extremely easy to learn. It can be a bit crazy, and there are tons of different versions to it. My personal favorite is my personal favorite is the Starflux, which has a lot of sci-fi tropes without crossing any copyright or trademark lines or anything like that. So it's very parody-esque. But one of the other things that goes along with it is it changes the rules change as you go. A great example for Flux would be over on Geek and Sundry. Will Wheaton had a show. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. But since we're here, yeah, over on Geek and Sundry, Will Wheaton had a show called Tabletop, where they would sit and play tabletop games and show you how to play and that kind of thing. And it was a brilliant show. I'm actually kind of upset that it's no longer on the air, or it wasn't. Maybe it is now. Yeah, that'll help. But one of the games that they had covered was Flux, and it was the Star Flux version, which was awesome. It's also kind of funny seeing, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it, but there's something known as the Wheaton Curse. And if you've heard of it, then... Oh, wait, that... I am so lost right now. I'm supposed to go this way, huh? Anyway. Okay, maybe not. I'm confused. Oh, okay. Peekaboo. What's here? I know what should be here, most likely. There we go. Okay, you want to play fire? We'll play fire. Actually, no, yeah. Let's go electricity. Parker? Parker. Okay, Parker. Yikes. I think she slipped past me. I was not expecting that. Any of it, really. That was a little nuts. And I completely lost track of what I'd been saying. Whoops. I guess that one should have been a clue, huh? Aha, there you are. Whoops. Another reason why I prefer ranged weapons. And I need to get over there because that is starting to annoy me. I don't mind the chant, but when it just kind of drags. With me being over here... Ooh. Another Stone of Baron Zaya. With me being over here on Twitch more than I am on Facebook, what does notify bring up? Never really thought about that until now. And I was able to clear the whole thing. Okay, that got us that. Whoops, I should have been sneaking long before then. Yeah, there's a lot of folks over there. Yay! Now I just gotta make it back out of here without an issue. I love it when that works out nicely. Oh, okay. Cool. Also, what we have going on over here now on the Twitch side of things, I mean, I love being able to stream to everybody, whether it's Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. But unfortunately, the way all of this kind of works, we're limited on what kind of extras we can put out to the various locations. Like there are certain overlays and screen extras that you can get over here on Twitch that you can't get that for we just can't get them to cross over to Facebook and all of that. So if anybody is interested, over here on Twitch, there are... Whoa! That shadow was pretty cool. When we aren't airing, there are times when other channels are, because our channel allows us to host them. Unfortunately, we can't get that to cross over, unfortunately. But one of those channels that we are hosting today is called, the channel is called GaryCon, and it is a day-long event that is covering the creator of Dungeons and Dragons, giving more information about the game and allowing some... Wow, I figured I was going to miss that one. That was pretty cool. That was really cool. I figured, nah, that one's gone. So's the arrow. Anyway, yeah, so one of the channels that we are hosting is called GaryCon, and what they're doing over there is they're getting a bunch of people together to play some Dungeons and Dragons and help explain more about the game. My oldest used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and he has no idea. I never was able to understand it. He tried to explain it, and I just couldn't get into it. Which I kind of feel bad, because I miss being able to sit down and play games with my kids. But yeah, once we go off the air today, if you come over to twitch.tv/wolvesdengames, you can join us with watching some rather insane actual live D&D games and the insanity that ensues there. I know that we should be done in time for their third game of the day, which is, let's see, Matthew Mercer will be playing in that one. Deborah Ann Wall from the Daredevil series on Netflix, among other places like, I believe, True Blood. Um, let's see who else is there. TJ Storm, who was the voice of Colossus from Deadpool. Pretty sure it was Deadpool. Oh, that rock threw me off. Can I get it? Can I get it? Stop moving, goat. Yeah, I missed. Not gonna lie, I think I'm getting lucky with most of these shots. More than anything else. Ooh, more iron. So yeah, there will be that today. This Friday there will be a Dungeons and Dragons game being streamed live from Gen Con in Indianapolis, which folks are welcome to join us on our channel to watch along with us. Usually those live shows tend to be far more insane than when it's a game set in a studio or done through like Discord or one of those programs. Mostly because when you have a live audience, the entire energy of the game just shifts, and it's an amazing thing to witness. So yeah, everyone's welcome to join us for those. Again, those are being hosted on our Twitch channel. If I could get them so they could be streamed to YouTube and Facebook as well, I would happily do so. But since I can't get it to go that far, I can at least invite everybody over to our channel for being able to join us to watch the things that got us inspired to do what we do here. Yeah, it's amazing how many people out there actually play Dungeons and Dragons that maybe you just never would have thought of. Joe Manganiello, I always mess up his name. Because of that, Sadika and I tend to usually just call him Joe Mango Jello, and I hope he's not mad about that. But if he is watching us, I gotta ask, why? I know I ask that a lot, but I mean, I'm glad that people enjoy watching us. I really am. And I appreciate everybody who stops by and says hello or what have you. But, I mean, let's be honest, somebody like Joe or Matthew Lillard or Deborah Ann Wall, Matthew Mercer, any of them, they're just such big names, and I know there's still people too, but it's kind of hard to dismiss something you've kind of been taught all your life. I'm sorry, Wolf. I'm sorry, Max. Didn't mean to get you, but you kind of gave me no choice. And I didn't really have time to sit there and juggle the Magicka and Calm spell all over again. Oh yeah, I was actually doing a quest for a change. So the next one's over here somewhere. Okay, I can bring him that piece first. But yeah, I mean, I would have no issue whatsoever discussing whatever almost anything anybody might want to talk about. However, the other issue being uh, much of my current focus is mostly work, which I'm sure probably gets boring for people having to listen to me. But in the meantime, at least we can have some fun.
A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
And I do have a lot. Well, not a lot. I mean, I've got quite a bit already figured out, but I still have a whole world to finish filling out.
My family were in the Mythic Dawn. Our master craftsmen are nothing compared to the perfection of the Daedra. Look how it shines. Here's your
800 gold.
as promised. We just need the shards of the blade and the hilt now.
Huh.
Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric Lord
Maybe
of
I did get
change,
this wrong.
destruction, and ambition. Dagon's Mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim Dynasty and opened the Oblivion Gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis. I'll just be tending the museum if you need me.
Didn't I already take your stuff? Anyway. Yeah, those, I mean, weddings all by themselves can be a little stressful sometimes, depending on exactly what part you play in the whole wedding procession. But you add a long trip to that, and yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I already knew that one. If I answer it right, will it let me in?
Is life's greatest illusion. You are not
Yeah, I didn't think so. I have to learn it. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised they didn't have one on there that said life is like a box of chocolates. I'm just randomly stopping to pick up iron. Oh yeah, I'm probably near weight limit again too. That's what happens when I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention and just kind of talking to folks. I hope it's not too off-putting, I guess. Especially considering I'm attempting to be somewhat entertaining. Oh, that's what saw me. I don't want to take the time right now. I gotta be perfectly honest here. Whoops. Didn't mean to take the wine. Okay, so some couple decided this was probably the best place for their honeymoon, and, well, apparently vanished. But I'm gonna go grab another piece of this. Oh, hey. That makes it nice and easy. Waves back at Miss Adika. I don't think I really...
Now ain't this a surprise?
Hey, wait a second. You're gonna shoot me? Really? Y'all really want to do this? Oh, good point. Thank you, Miss Adika. If anybody couldn't tell, I love archery. And honestly, I think I would much rather... If given the choice, I would much rather take a... You're not worthy of carrying a wolf pelt. Sorry. Given the choice, I would choose either a bow or a...
Your mind. Is someone there?
Okay, come on, come and get me. Hey, come on, step out. Dagnabbit. It was gonna let me actually take... Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that part. Okay, no wolf pelt to take back. I can't believe I missed by that much. That was terrible. Where'd my arrow go? Another wolf pelt. Crap, I need one of those.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Where are you? You're up there, ain't you? No?
Get away.
I think he is up there somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hey.
There you are.
Yeah, I can understand at first glance that when you first take a peek at it, it does kind of look like Pleasant Breast, but it's not. Oh wait, he probably is carrying arrows, isn't he? Eat all the food. Well, not all the food. Gotta save the cabbages for Foster. Just in case. You've got arrows. You've got arrows. Which means you've got arrows. Okay. I hadn't even thought about the fact that vampires and all of that. That makes perfect sense. Kind of want to facepalm myself just because.
Need me some scuba. The imported stuff. Just one. That's time.
Skooma? I've got skooma. It's back home. What do you give me for it? Apparently I'm supposed to go back to... Whoops. Apparently I'm supposed to go back to Wolf Skull Cave. was like, wait, what? Thank you for turning toward me. No cabbage.
What was that?
Whoops. I'm sure I've got... See, there's all this stuff I should have dropped off before doing any of this, but it's like, hey, why not? That can go. Both of those. Both of those. There we
Guess
go.
I was just hearing things.
I guess you was just hearing things too. Wow, did you see that arrow just bounce? Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, wow. I should watch for that. That actually sounds kind of interesting. He had to have a wolf pelt, didn't he? And of course, I have to take the, I have to take the daggers for Vax. Technically, I can just take the gold for Vax.
It's nothing.
Yeah! Oh, wow. That is quite a trip. Have to take it. What can we drop here? None of those. None of the daggers. That can go. That can go. I'm good with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I figured. And that'll work for now. Oh, with all those books here too. Pretty sure I have all those. Yep. Yep. I don't think I have that one though. I took damage from a... Hey, I've got 2 of those now. So while I'm here... Nope, no cabbages. No cabbages. Cabbages? No cabbages. I know, it's still kind of random. But yeah, so as of, I guess, what, Tuesday? Tuesday. No, Friday will be the first one. As of Friday, we will be showing the Critical Role, or hosting the Critical Role channel on our Twitch channel. So if you guys would like to get a better idea of what we do for a living, you're welcome to come by and join us for chat and kind of see why these, as they put it, nerdy ass voice actors are such an inspiration to us. Not just to us, but to so many different people. Just wanted to take a peek, that's all. However, I would rather check the basement of this place before we leave here. Why is that still saying through here? We'll find out. I hadn't seen that. Man, now I'm gonna have to drop more stuff. Gonna have to. We need that bear pelt, but not so much those. Why is my voice all over the place today? Aw. Too bad we couldn't have gotten them. We'll get them soon. I'm sure. Still? Okay, what else do we have here? Well, then we'll just have to figure something out. I know I've got that one. I know I've got that one and that one. Still too heavy. Okay. So we're not going to really be able to pick anything else up, but we can at least take a quick peek as to what this... Well, cats do tend to be... Uh-oh. Cabbage. Knew that was going to be too much. Cats tend to be quite empathic, and therefore that does have a tendency to have a bearing on how they respond to people. Yeah, that'll work for now. It's enough to get us moving. Oh yeah, I was the one who put stuff there. Odds are there will still be some trouble down here. But that's okay. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. picked up a doll, and it was too much. Maybe this will actually help, because I'm still going to be picking stuff up. Nope, no cabbages in that basket. I got 2 kids, I gotta make sure I can give them both gifts. Let's see what we can do here. I don't suppose Andres is around. I don't recall how to make that one potion. I can work with that, though. Whoops. Huh. There we go. I know, folks, it's probably pretty boring, but just trying to get as much of these figured out as possible real quick. Try and cut down on how much we're carrying at the moment. I still weigh too much, don't I? Yep. We don't need to go out there yet. Something's still down here. Whoops. Okay, so what else can we drop here? Anything here? That'll work. Wow, all of a sudden I'm flying through here. Never know what you'll find in these random things here. So it's always better to look because you never know. And knowing is half the battle. None of those. That'll have to do. Rather have the potions because I can easily sell those. And I can carry more of those at a time. Especially since most of the folks, the merchants that you run into, don't always have enough money to cover everything that you're capable of selling them. Really have any interest in most of those. That one's new. Oh, wrong way. Nope. If it was enchanted, I'd have been tempted. But it wasn't. I know, this is probably really boring, and I apologize. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't miss any cabbages. Huh. Oh. Knew I just needed to move over. Oh. You missed me. Missed me again. I feel like Indiana Jones. Do do do. Do 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 do. Oh hey. Whoops. That was a bit off. So what do you think, folks? Should I keep going a little longer, or should I hop off and let people watch some really interesting Dungeons and Dragons with very cool people. Currently, I'm just trying to get back to, well, get back out of here first and foremost. But I'm more than happy to keep playing for at least a little while longer. Whoops. Is it going to be the same set? Nope. How about over here? Oh, very cool. I'm glad things are going well for them. Oh, I guess we have that one already. Oh, is that a dagger? No, it's not a dagger. Well, okay then. We've cleared this area out. We've gotten the shards of Mehrunes' dagger. That's probably not... Oh, it is cabbages. Had to take the cabbages. So, there was that. Which is kind of cool. That gets that much done. Now we jump all the way back here. For a minute. I'm sure the folks over on Facebook would rather watch me sit and play because the channels we host doesn't transfer. I get that.
Can't sleep well no matter how... I'm no one special, just a miner who swings a pickaxe for his drinking money.
Frost. No, I'm the oldest woman in Dawnstar. Was here when Skald the Elder was Skald the Younger. He's a fool if you haven't met him already. Thinks Ulfric Stormcloak is invincible and spits dragon fire. The people here look to Brina Merilis when they need things settled. Real firebrand going up. Wasn't surprised when she joined the Legion. Until
Okay.
next time.
Granted, technically speaking, you could always come over and just watch with us. I don't know if it'll let you
I keep
chat
gazing
without
at
an
the pommel
account,
gem.
but you could at least
Not a
watch with us,
single
I
flaw.
believe. But the accounts are free.
Look at them. The legendary sharpness of a Daedric weapon. Marvelous.
This guy's a little
And
nuts.
here's your payment for the shards. There's only the hilt left to collect. Exciting, isn't it? I'll just be tending the museum if you need.
Okay, so that takes care of that. Next piece. Morthal. I can't remember if this takes care of the quest needed to buy the next homestead or not. We almost have enough to do it, too. Rogue's got a rogue.
The mill is my responsibility, and that's what I care. That's all. Understand? That's close enough.
Okay. That's kind of funny. I thought I was gonna have to fight. And then, of course, kill all the witnesses so I couldn't get busted for it.
I've had to be careful, Did you try the grip? Isn't it eerie how it seems to mold itself into your hand? Here's your gold. Finally, there's a fourth piece. That scabbard in the display case, built to house the razor. And there's more. I know how to put all the pieces together. We just need to take them to Dagon's shrine and contact the Lord of Change directly. Ever since I was a boy, I felt this strange sense of destiny surrounding the Mythic Dawn cult. And now I know what it is. Don't you see? Fate has led you to me and to the pieces.
Uh-oh.
Dagon has to answer our call. We're so
I'm
close.
wondering, is this a bad idea? I guess I don't really need to hide in order to get it, but too far. Not far enough. Come on. There we go. Only I can't actually take that one, apparently. They all gonna be the same? Apparently. I believe I still have a potion of strength on me. I hope. Should be enough to at least get us back to where the other bits are. That went way too far. Okay, that one's different. There we are. Just takes a minute. Potions. Strength. Hey, we got 2 of them. This will at least get us home to the library so we can put this stuff away. We've been running for about 2 hours. I do have a D&D game to prep at least a little bit more on for tomorrow. So I could run for maybe a little bit longer if folks would like. Please let me know. Otherwise, since we are at the right homestead, we could go ahead and call it here with the usual, closing remarks and that sort of thing. After dropping some of this stuff off, because way too heavy at this point. Clearly. You can put the bow away.
Papa, you're back.
Of course I'm
Wanna
back.
play a game? Aww.
I'm sorry, but I still gotta be a good dad. Tell you what, we've played games a few times already. Usually every time you ask. So, maybe next time if I'm not too heavy. No worries either way. For the most part, the main reason I'm asking is I'm not exactly sure when when Game 3 over there on the Gary Con channel is going to be going up, and considering Mercer and Colville and Deborah Ann Wall and all of them being on there, I really don't want to miss it. Completely understandable. And I know that we're still going to be doing our Hearthstone episodes like we usually do. We just haven't really... Whoops, I probably should have checked the apparel first. But that will still be probably Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or we may be shifting that from Wednesdays to Thursdays. I don't think we've really gotten sure on that one just yet. We will try and get a more reasonable and regular schedule going. It's just not always all that easy. Oh no, that was supposed to be something else. Dagnabbit. I'm just gonna put these away for now, and we can worry about organizing them later. Mostly I just want to try and get some of this stuff out of my inventory so that we're not quite as heavy. Now I would assume we left most of our construction stuff at the other house. Could be wrong.
What was that? Over here.
You're going after my chicken? Hey. Dagnabbit. Okay. Here we go. I don't need vigorous healing. I just need a little bit of healing. Where's miner? There we go. Eh, that's good enough.
Die already, so I can take your stuff.
So you can take my stuff? So he can take my stuff? Dagger, dagger, dagger. You okay, man? Good to hear. They think they're all badass. Then they come to my house. And I'm like, hey, you young whippersnappers, get off my lawn! I think I'm getting a little too good at that voice. Yay, we got tons of iron now. Now we can jump back to the other place. There it is. We could probably finish off the Mehrunes quest before we break here. Mostly because at the moment I don't really want to take a break. But I do want to know where the heck all of our construction stuff is so we can get this, at least one of these houses completely finished. And I don't even recall if I'm on the right quest to get the other house from those, that. Yikes, that's a lot of stuff. Where's that bee statue? Those should go in the trophy room. Is there anything else in here that I'm missing? Not really. Okay, first I'll go for the basement. Or, hang on, I can just go right here, huh? 4, 5, 6. That worked out perfect. Woohoo! Then we go down here and we see if we can finish off whatever else might be down here. Maybe. Still need another one of those. Oh, those teeth are over at the other house. It's okay. We'll get them back. We'll get it figured out. Okay, that's almost done. We're short of logs. What do we got for money? Yeah, we can afford 4 orders. Where's my guy? Hey, guy. Well, there went that. Still need logs. Oh, steward. I got a question. How come none of the stewards are named Stewart? Just 'cause that'd be funny. Or is there one? Hey, house Carl. Where are you? He's probably outside, isn't he? Yes, he is. Dag nabbit. I'm only missing 3 things for up here. Dag nabbit. Oh, that's cool. I hadn't thought about that. Now I gotta go find what's his name. So that I can buy some wood rather than go running around looking for it. Just so that we can get a few more of these things finished up real quick. How come all the mining you do doesn't get added to our inventory, huh?
Long life to you, Thane. Of course. What are we running short of? I'll see to it at once. Is there anything else you need? I'll see to it at once. Is there anything else you need?
3.
I'll see to it at once. Is there anything else you need? I'll
4.
see to it at once.
Because we've got plenty of clay and stone between the 2 homesteads already that I don't think we need anymore. Okay, so entry room is completely done. Good to know. This room still has some things that need doing. That's got a few more things left to do. We already took care of that. Never mind. Forgot that there isn't an upstairs for these lower rooms now. There we go. That will fill up the greenhouse at this point. I'll worry about going through and collecting stuff and planting stuff later. Because I'm sure that might get a tad boring at the very least. However, we are... Yeah, I'm well over the weight limit at this point. But for the most part, I'm kind of going room by room to make sure I've done as much as I possibly can before stepping down into the basement to drop off a lot of this excess stuffs. Not to be confused with things. I didn't mean to pick up the plate. There goes all the cabbages we've picked up. Thank you. Yeah, I had to find a way to honor the wolves that we didn't have a choice but to have to kill. Mostly because of having to jump back and forth too much in terms of the calm spell and magica potions just to be able to get all of them. So I try to avoid the wolves if I can. I try to calm them if I can't avoid them. And if I just don't have the time to calm or avoid, then I don't have a choice. So I try to honor them by keeping any pelts I pick up in the trophy room, as well as putting up those statues. Still nothing. Still nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of these building construction materials that I am now carrying, drop those off back here. As at this point on this house as well, we're now mostly at the cosmetic stage for what's left. Except for a couple of very specific things. Yeah, those go. Four of those put away. Oh, that goes in the trophy room. And I think we have some wolf pelts, but once these are dropped off, we're already here for that, so that works. That's better. Keep forgetting to drop the straw off. So yeah, I think we can go ahead and just finish off the Mayrunes. Really? What did I trip over? Where'd it go? Crazy game. Oh yeah, trophy room. Because we still had a couple of things to drop off in here. There was the bee statue and something. Oh, cool. I should give that kind of thing a try. Usually I've tried to put other things in there, and then I come home and I find everything on the floor. Is that? Oh, the Ruby Dragon Claw. That was the other one. So yeah, we're kind of getting things organized. What's our weight currently? Good enough. We've got like 4 or 5 bows that are yeah, I'm like that with the wolf pelts as well. If I see somebody else has them. But I'll keep an eye out for interesting things to display, and hopefully it doesn't just end up on the floor. Okay, where? That's right, I had already found the shrine on accident, just wandering around.
Good, you're here. I'll place the pieces on the altar, and Dagon should speak to us.
Yeah, I'll wait here to deal with the Daedra that are going to be coming.
The Lord of Change. We have brought your razor to you. We beg you, please, bring the blade's full glory to Tamriel again. Why don't you give it a try? Just put your hands on the altar.
You, mortal.
Huh.
You are worthy of speaking to. You have claimed the pieces of my razor. It has been an amusing game to witness.
Jim Cummings?
Dagon does not declare a winner while there is a pawn on the board. Kill Silas. He and his family have served their purpose.
Works for me.
Kill him. Take your rightful place as my champion, or I will crush you.
I don't trust that guy with...
Wait, don't kill me. There's another way. I can take the pieces back to my museum, seal them in a display case. You get a generous amount of gold, I get to complete my collection, and nobody has to die. Thank you. Here's your gold. I'll make a run for it back to Dawnstar.
You think to betray Mehrunes Dagon?
No.
Suffer.
I intended to use that as a distraction, and to get him anyway. Whoops. First off, are we using the wrong arrows? No. Heh. I just need to get that Wraith armor. But or not the Wraith armor, the Daedra armor. But I figured I've got some other things to do, and I really don't give a crap about that guy. So I can always get him later. And if he hadn't stopped me to talk, then I would have gotten him. But I'll go get him. Let's see. Okay, Parker. Really? That's it? Huh. I'll take that any day of the week. But then, this is a really nice bow. And the right, oh, what's the term? The right dagnabbit. The right extra gear and whatnot is a bit more important than the rest of it, at least to me, currently. Because we can always go back and redo the whole thing from the start and do things differently next time. But until then, usually I end up getting that guy, and in the long run, yeah, I get the blade, but I don't really use it. But did I need that in order to end the nightmares, or is that a completely different quest? I don't even remember off the top of my head.
I help my husband Rustleaf run the forge. He's a marvel with steel.
Good to know.
Frost took my husband years ago.
You're wrong to come here, stranger. That would be Jarl Skald the Elder. He's over in the White Hall, probably talking about Ulf. I own Ironbreaker Mine. We make twice as much coin as those horkers over in Quicksilver Mine. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I pay a good wage for any iron ore you dig up, if you're looking for work.
No, I need the iron ore that I dig up. At least until I finish building my houses.
Good to see. The museum is doing well. I haven't told anyone about the incident with the razor.
Good to know. But I don't trust you with it anyway. Might as well. After all, there was ale. And that'll stay locked away. I'm good with that. I was never here, this never happened.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Oh, yes?
Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
What in the world? Huh. That is interesting.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
I can't remember what I'm supposed to do in order to get rid of the nightmares. So I will attempt to talk to Scald again.
I'm just one of the miners. I don't want any trouble.
She looks a little old to be a miner. I know, bad joke.
Just a servant of Skald the Elder.
Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you. Don't bother me again unless it's important.
Yes, Mr. Pooh.
I'm here to lend my... If you're here about the... If you could call it that. I fought in the Great War. I cut enough young lives short. I'm not gonna do it. About 30 years ago, the Aldemary Dominion invaded the Empire. It was a surprise attack. Caught everyone off guard. They ended up sacking the Imperial City. I was there. Blasting apart
Interesting.
young by Akatosh. All the blood. The smell of flesh burned and pulled apart by magic. I never want to do that to another soul. Ever again.
I can understand that.
Back to another fine day in Dawnstar.
I think she forgot that she was coming up here instead of going downstairs. Yes, I know. She's sitting right there. Hehe. Okay. Drawing a complete blank on what I'm supposed to do. Wait. There are enemies nearby? I now have a Daedra heart, and I'm sure I've got some troll fat somewhere. No, that's Falkreath. Hmm. Are there any? There we go. That's one showing up. Oh, I know what quest that is. So now I need to find the... Is there another one I marked? Maybe not. Huh. Okay, so I'm not remembering which one has to do with... the... dealing with the,
Somebody help!
For what? Okay, until I can remember, or until I can look it up, I'll go ahead and jump this way for now. After all, there's plenty of time. It's not like any of these quests are going anywhere, unlike some other games.
You're not supposed to be here. I'm not gonna warn you again. Get out, or I'll call the guards. You should.
Okay. This is gonna take some finesse. Heh. They don't deserve that wolf pelt. And I need the cabbages. Nope, don't need anything from over there. So there we go. Oh yeah. So while I'm right here, actually, let's see. That means I need to go drop this off to Vex real quick. Then I guess we'll just run back to one of the houses. As I'm not exactly sure. I need to check on a couple of things before we come back to Skyrim. We will see about possibly having a...
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at her back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
Good to know. Crap, what was I saying?
Sorry, just thinking about my experiments.
We'll see what we can do about possibly running an Insomnia squad tonight. Can't necessarily promise anything because it depends on how tired we are, and how much work still needs to be done for tomorrow. That must be helpful. Yeah, if it's already been cleaned out by one method or another, it's always a little easier to get the thing done. Partly one of the reasons why I tend to sit here and just kind of wander randomly, because sometimes I get the urge to go, hey, I should check out this place, and I'll clear it out, and then go off to do something, and then pick up a quest that takes me right there.
Back with... Steal anything worth talking about? And with no strings attached. Not bad.
Cool.
Here, got some coin for you. Hey, where do you think you're going? We have work to do.
What, you've got another job for me?
So, feeling loose? I handle the burglary, shell. If you don't like that
Okay.
kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. Every now and again, we like to remind the shopkeepers that we're in charge. If that means breaking into their strong boxes and stealing something valuable from them, then so be it. Feel like doing a bit of shopping? The guild way?
Sure, why not?
Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
Funny thing is, I may be
Still
the
have quite a good bit of jobs available.
rogue of our group, but Miss Adika is the bard. Although one of the best bards I've ever seen playing D&D, at least, has got to be Daytime Emmy Award winning Sam Riegel. And I say that because he actually is a Daytime Award winning actor.
So, the ending of my tale I began early. Is this your tale of single-handedly fighting off a pack of trolls, or my favorite, where you bedded 4 women on the same night?
So we'll do a quick jump back to the house now that we've gotten some additional pay. I will go ahead and get a few things taken care of for our regular work stuff. We will be returning to... What's that one? Oh, that's funny. We'll get there. I have some work to do regarding maps and NPCs for my world. I have some brief information I got to work out for the session I should be running tomorrow. Hopefully, unless something comes up. Also, tomorrow there won't be our regular daily stream due to Miss Adika and I working crew.
You're home. Can I get a few gold to spend, please? Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, we could drop off our instruments here. But tomorrow Miss Adika and I will be working crew for a local independent filmmaker, actually, and comedian by the name of... Well, he goes by the stage name of Chicken Boy. We were in his last film, but in that one we were actually like acting in. This time we're behind the camera, so that does make things a little more interesting. So that gets all of those things dropped off. Is this the one I'm using? Nope, it's the other one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here into the enchanting room. We'll worry about organizing things next time. Eventually. In the meantime, I do want to thank everyone for joining us. I do hope everyone is enjoying kind of relaxing with us as much as we are. We will do our best to try and be back with you folks before too much longer. For those following along, this is save 245. And before we go here, let's just kind of switch things over and Again, just want to say thank you folks for stopping by, being willing to hang out with us as we play some video games and have a discussion with you folks out there and try to find out more about the kinds of things that you enjoy, whether it's watching or playing yourselves, or what kind of tabletop stuff you might be interested in. I know that with my personal issues up here, due to some cross-wired neurons or what have you, reading and writing isn't as easy for me as it used to be. That does get frustrating. It gets annoying. It slows down work. But being able to take the break and come here and just relax, talk with you folks, play some games, really helps my head a lot. So I want to thank everyone who stops in and chats with us while we do this, because it lets me feel like I'm not just out here all by myself trying to hold on to my sanity on some days. But in the meantime, if people would be willing to even drop us a private message over on Facebook or whisper to us over here on Twitch as to what times work best for you, what games you enjoy watching that we have, it would be really helpful for us to adjust our schedules, because that way we'd be able to be here when you guys can actually join us. In the meantime, we do get messages that get left on the videos, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook. So even if you don't catch us live, you're welcome to say hello and speak up when you watch it on your own time. We do have a lot of stuff we have in the works. We just got a little bit of a boost for one of our major games that we have coming up. The working title of which is Adulting with Anxiety. Help people learn coping techniques and how to ask for help when you need it in a safe environment where the consequences don't quite matter as much as they do in real life. Might help take some of the stress off while still making you feel like you're dealing with some of these situations that do raise a person's anxiety level. We figure if we can help people become more aware of it, to understand it better, and to better to be more comfortable asking for help when you need it, that it would be a plus for everybody on all counts. It kind of goes with our... I will definitely check out Legends, Patricia. Thank you for suggesting it. But yeah, kind of going along with our whole concept of cooperation and friendly competition, in order to be able to build a stronger community. So, we've been running for a little over 3 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We may be back later, and if you're willing to join us, great. If not, I understand. There's plenty of stuff out there. But for those of you who are over on Facebook and you would like to kind of get a better idea of what we do when we're not streaming, come on over to twitch.tv/awolvesdengames. As soon as we're over, our channel will be picking up another channel that's playing some D&D live, as well as interviews with various folks who are celebrities either in the D&D world or celebrities in general who happen to play D&D. And how it's affected their lives and that kind of thing. So we do hope you'd be willing to join us, but if not, we completely understand that too. In the meantime, we are in chat over at twitch.tv/wolvesdengames as long as we are awake and conscious. We may not reply immediately if you say hello, so give us a few minutes to actually see the message and reply if you do come over. Otherwise, have a wonderful weekend, and I do hope that things are going well in your lives, and if things are kind of rough for you, well, we try to be here as much as we can for folks, at least on the channel, if not when we're actively streaming. And if you can't find us here, then there are plenty of folks over at twitch.tv/criticalrole, whether they are streaming or not. Granted, they also have a much larger following than we do, so they're a little more reliable than we are sometimes, but only because they have more people available all the time, while we still have to get work done, and we still have life that we got to deal with, so we can't always be sitting right here staring at the screen, unfortunately. As much as I would love to just be able to spend all day talking to folks about games and whatever else. So again, thank you all for joining us. I'm going to grab our announcer Carl, and we're going to go ahead and call this for now. I hope that people will be willing to join us for the next one, and don't forget, folks, cooperation, competition, community. Things we all need. And we hope to see you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you all for joining us. Please give us a follow on twitch.tv/awolvesdengames. Long days and pleasant nights. Jate ka nade, or good night everyone. They've walked you through Horizon Zero Dawn, through The Last of Us, and through For Honor. This summer, one man, one horde, one motorcycle, many, many locations with an open world map, and one very large arsenal. When the dust settles at the end of the day, who will remain standing? Will it be Deacon St. John? Or those he stands against? Find out for yourself at twitch.tv/wildwolfgaming1. Stay wild, everyone. In the video game streaming system, the viewers are represented by two distinct groups: the gamers who provide walkthroughs and compete for wins, and the entertainers who provide nonsense and fun. These are the games of the Insomnia Squad. Doink Doink by Mike Post. come to twitch.tv/awolvesdengames and click the follow button. That way you will be notified for further games by the Insomnia Squad.